Hello, geeks and nerds and random strangers. Welcome to the Nerd Zone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Scruffy Tales. And I'm gonna be talking a bit about what I consider to be maybe not the worst, but one of the worst sci-fi battles in Hollywood history because of how they establish the universe, how they set things up, and how they then completely ignore everything in that one big climatic battle towards the end of this grand spectacle that is Dune, the two Dune movies. And yeah, I mean, let's get into it. And yeah, so we have shields in these movies and in the books and whatever. And in the books, we know why they avoid using las guns against people. Because people have shields. And if you hit a shield with the las gun, you get a nuclear explosion, right? That's not good. That's bad. You try to avoid that. In the movies, they never explain that that is a thing. That is not a thing in the movies. And as you saw, or as we will see rather, when the Sardaukar are chasing the Atreides, they fire a las gun through a wall and don't care if they hit the shield on the far side. We also have Duncan Idaho being chased by the Harkonnen, and they are firing lasers after him when he is in an ornithopter that has shields. So quite clearly in this universe, this version of Dune, you don't get nuclear detonations when you hit the shield with a las gun. Right, so we're gonna take a look at a couple of clips from the first movie to get a feel for how powerful the lasers are in the Dune universe and especially the Dune movie universe. So let's take a look. Duncan is escaping. Take a look at the laser here. Well, the power of it, right? Pretty powerful stuff. Pretty powerful stuff. I guess we can go on a bit here. I mean, it's redonkulous, right? The power of a las cannon in this universe. And here we have another scene where he's carrying the laser right there, the guy in the middle. Now take a look at the las gun, what it's capable of. Blasting through that door, and the laser then will hit the wall and has power enough to just go through it like a hot knife through butter. I mean, that's the power of these weapons in this universe. And here we have. Did you see the size of those weapons? Shoulder mounted. They carry them on the shoulder and fire them from the shoulder. And this is what they're achieving with these weapons. That's the power of these weapons in this universe. And then we come to the second movie and the big final battle. And yeah, it's awesome. The worms come out of the sandstorm and everything. The point is, they're not fighting in the sandstorm. That's why they're waiting for the storm. They want the storm to move in and deny the noble houses air power and what have you. But they fight outside of the storm. It makes no sense. Anyway, oh yeah, it's grand, awesome. Remember what those lasers did that they carried on their shoulders? Imagine if the Sardaukar had a couple of those right now and just sliced these worms to shish kebab. A couple of turrets here in this base with lasers on them, sapping away here into the mouth. You don't have to shoot that thick skin into the mouth of these worms things. Uh, just a suggestion. I don't know. Ah, no, this fight is not good. This battle sucks. I mean, it's visually grand, granted, but I mean, they have established certain rules in this universe in these movies, and they just completely ignore them in this final battle. And then this, what, the Fremen, how did they get this far without being detected? And now they're running at the Sardaukar. You remember how one guy had that handheld last gun? Imagine if three of these Sardaukar had those and just went back and forth with that laser beam. Boom, boom, back and forth, back and forth. The Fremen would be sliced to pieces. And I mean, the entire thing uh, with the Fremen attacking with together with the storm and letting the storm flow in is to deny the Harkonnens the use of these weapons, to deny the Harkonnens the use of las guns that would wipe them out. And I mean, I've only covered the las guns here, but I mean, do I need to show you all the images of the missiles they use in these movies when they just obliterate entire areas with missiles? Why aren't they shooting, multiple missiles like we've seen them do against the Fremen on foot, against these worms, and just wipe out all the Fremen on their backs? I mean, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. We have seen so many awesome, cool weapons in these movies, and they just forget about them completely in this last final battle. I mean, that weird shotgun machine gun that they have on the Ornithopters, the Harkonnens, that just wipes out a bunch of Fremen out in the desert. They don't have those even. I mean, imagine those. Imagine the Ornithopters just flying in over these Fremen, firing those guns. I No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This final battle is complete and utter bullshit. No, you can't convince me otherwise. It is one of the worst sci-fi battles ever made in Hollywood history. It 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 just is. And yeah, they totally ignore all the stuff that they have already established in these two movies for some melee action that makes no sense at all. They need the storm. They've already shown us in a previous scene how they utilize the sandstorm to overcome the Harkonnens and their awesome rifles, right? They have powerful las guns, and when they move into the dust and the clouds and the storm, the Fremen just come at them like it's an army of Batmans killing them, basically, right? So they've shown us why the Fremen want to fight in the dust storm, and in this final battle sequence, they just ruin it, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, that's all I have here this time around. I hope I'll see you in the next one. Agree or disagree? Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And yeah, that's all I have for you right now. So see you around.